The only problem with Microsoft is they just have no taste. They have absolutely no taste. And what that means is, I don't mean that in a small way, I mean that in a big way, in the sense that they don't think of original ideas, and they don't bring much culture into their product. And you say, well, why is that important? Well, you know, proportionally spaced fonts come from typesetting and beautiful books. That's where one gets the idea. If it weren't for the Mac, they would never have that in their products. And so I guess I am saddened, not by Microsoft's success. I have no problem with their success. They've earned their success, for the most part. I have a problem with the fact that they just make really third-rate products.
That's a very good question.
Let's get straight to business. You want good taste. But what does it even mean to have good taste? Well, taste is obviously subjective.
The question of why we decide that something tastes good or doesn't taste good or is disgusting even somehow, I would say this is an area that's being researched. A lot of effort is being put into research in this area, and we don't really understand it. It's particularly interesting because it's clearly a combination. It's clearly a combination of nature and nurture. It's one of the great places to study this question of nature versus nurture, if you will.
Are you able to see when you're working that they are at the top of their game before they reach these kind of external consensus signs and signals that this person is at the top of their game? And the reason many of us cannot do that is because we are lacking taste, or in some ways deficient in taste. Literally, what is taste, right? Taste is the ability to identify, sometimes in non-consensus ways, the quality of a certain thing. So in that sense, these things are opposites. Taste is merely about looking at the object in front of you, whatever that is, whether it's a document somebody wrote, a piece of content somebody created, or something else, a piece of software that you can play with, to be able to judge that on its own merits without any other biases, including where this originated from.
I know bad taste, but to know bad taste, you have to know all the rules of good taste, which my parents painstakingly taught me. That's probably why I rebelled. I was almost fascistly good taste I was raised with, but I'm thankful for it, actually, because you can't have fun with bad taste unless you know how to you know the rules to break.
Well, I'd give a lot to have Steve's taste. He has natural, not a joke at all. I think in terms of intuitive taste, both for people and products. You know, we sat in Mac product reviews where there were questions about software choices, how things would be done, that I viewed as an engineering question, you know, and you know, that's just how my mind works. And I'd see Steve make the decision based on a sense of people and product that, you know, it's even hard for me to explain. The way he does things, it's just different. And, you know, I think it's magical. And in that case, wow.